Good afternoon. My name is John Kraus, and I will be informing the class on how to get out of debt. Everybody wants to be financially free and live like no other. So I'm going to explain to you how to get what you want, pay off what you have, and to live financially free. Everyone wants to get out of debt and live like no other. The snowball effect, the blow fund, the emergency fund, and then the true 3 to 6 month emergency fund are 3 easy steps to become financial free. These are not all the steps that are required to become financial free, but these 3 steps will get you on your right path. I was $70,000 in debt, E1 United States Army, and did not see that there was a way for me to get out of debt. I took this class, and from then until now, I will be debt free in August of this year. The overview, we're going to be talking about the debt snowball and the blow fund. We're also going to be talking about the non-mortgage emergency fund. We're also going to be talking about the 3 to 6 month true emergency fund. 3 easy steps for you to get out of debt. Emergency happens. When an emergency happens, what do? Where do you go? Where do you turn to? What bank account and what credit card will you want to use? Well, the true emergency fund you want to do is you want to try to save up $500 to $1,000. $500 to $1,000 is your initial emergency fund. What is an emergency? An emergency is a flat tire. An emergency is something happens to your car. An emergency is you're laid off for work for a couple days and you have to dig into an account to make ends meet before you get paid, groceries, gas, things of that nature. How do you save up for an emergency fund? You have to get creative. You have to have a garage sale. You have to look inside your house and see if some things that you can come apart with and try to build that emergency, that first initial $500 to $1,000 emergency fund. Once you have emergency, you want to use your non-mortgage snowball debt program and your blow fund. The snowball effect works like this. You're going to rank your credit cards in your debt lowest to highest. For example, your lowest could be a credit card that may be $600. Your next debt could be another credit card that's maybe $2,000. Your next debt could be a student loan, and then your next highest debt could be your car. What you want to do is you want to pay that initial credit card off all at once. You want to pay it all off. And by doing that, you will take your minimum monthly payment on that lowest credit card and you will roll it up on that second credit card, that second debt that you have. Okay, you don't want to put that money back in your pocket and think that you have some free money on hand. No, you want to take that minimum payment and you roll it up on that second debt. Now, what that does is that increases the minimum payment on your second credit card. Now, once you pay that credit card off or whatever that debt is, you take those two monthly bills and you roll that up to your third credit card. So now you're not just paying the minimum on your third one, you're paying almost double, or depending on what your minimums are on your first and second one, on that third credit card. And you keep doing that until you get to the final top of whatever that debt you're trying to pay off. It's called the snowball effect. Also, you want to have a blow fund. Your blow fund. That's an amount of money that you give yourself to put in your pocket that you could just blow on whatever. That way you're not dipping in your savings, you're not dipping in your emergency fund, and you're not dipping in any type of bill money that you have. It's called your blow fund. Incidental money, whatever you want to spend it on, Coke, soda, you can save up your blow fund if there's something that you want, but you got to give yourself a blow fund so you don't dig into any other bills. Once your debt is under control, you want to get that true emergency fund. That true emergency fund is that 3 to 6 months emergency fund. So what you do is you take your monthly expenses, your monthly bills, you add all those up, and for a month, and you want to do that 3 to 6 months. This is a really good nest egg, and it gives you that sense of security in case you get laid off for work, in case you get sick, or you have to take some time off. You have that true emergency fund built in your account and you will have no issues. You won't have to use credit cards to get back into that same vicious cycle like the hamster on the hamster wheel, just turning and turning and turning. And you won't have to dig into anything. You'll have that true emergency fund, your 3 to 6 months. Financial peace is what everybody wants. It's not hard to accomplish. You have to change your spending habits. That is one key that you have to do. If you do not change your spending habits, then you're just going to get yourself back into debt. To be financial free is not difficult. Trust me, if anybody can do it, you can do it. If I did it, I was facing $70,000 in debt before I joined the Army on E1 pay. I was bringing home maybe $333 every 2 weeks. I didn't think there was a way out. But with the help from my wife, I have to give my wife credit. She did help me along the way. I became almost financial free coming August. So we talked about the initial emergency fund, that $500 to $1,000 emergency fund. We talked about the non-mortgage snowball effect and your blow fund. Carry those minimum balances, those minimum payments onto that next credit card once you pay them off, and keep that going, and you want to double and triple those amounts. It'll get paid off in no time. And then your 3 to 6 month true emergency fund to get you set on the path. That way you don't have to dig into the credit cards or your savings account, and you'll have a nest egg that you can fall back on. Once again, financial peace. Everybody wants it. Go get it. Have a